Hello, I am Joe, and today I'm going to be telling you 3 takeaways I got from this class using an essential question to guide you throughout the course of this video. So my essential question is pretty simple. It's just, what did I learn from this class in this semester? Um, so the first thing that I learned, the first takeaway that I got was in the first week from Mr. Trinidad. It's actually the first day when Mr. Trinidad shared us a story about how he had hurt a girl that he had feelings for through his words. And you constantly hear throughout your life about how to treat others and how to watch what you say or do before you say or do it. But I thought it was just a good reinforcement for us because I think that that lesson can never be said enough. And I thought it was cool how later in life that he apologized to that girl and she forgave him. And I thought it was a good lesson of forgiveness about how we need to forgive others, even if what they did hurt us. And yeah, I just thought that was that made me respect him more because he opened up to us, and I just thought that was a really good lesson that all of us need to keep listening to. Okay, so the second takeaway that I have was basically just from all of you. I learned a lot more about every individual in this class through what they believe and who they are. And I just think I respect more people in this class, and I think I learned more about what people believe on issues like the death penalty or how they felt about a person carrying a gun around in the street like we saw in that video when that guy had an AK-47 on him. And one time the police officer did nothing, and the second time a police officer did a lot more, and there was a difference between skin color, and the one guy that got arrested was black, and the tons of cop cars came even though he was allowed to have a gun on him. And so when everybody around the class went around and said what they said, I think that I got to just learn about people's views more, and I also got to grow more respect for people in this class about where they came from or what they've gone through. And I would have never have known that if I wouldn't have been in this class. And so I guess I just learned from all of you, and I thank you for that. So that was my second takeaway. And then my final takeaway was from my work at St. Francis of CC for 10 weeks for a Christian service project. And I just learned a lot about the kids there. I learned a lot about their backgrounds, and I learned a lot about the school. And it was a great experience. For the most part, I was going to PE class to start off my day, and then watching the kids at recess, and doing some work in fourth grade, stamping grades and stuff. But I got to see how the kids interact, and I got to see how, I guess, how they socialize and how they treat each other. And I think that they treat each other pretty well. And I think that school was a good example of how you want to treat others the way that you'd like to be treated. And I got to get to know a couple kids, and I think that they didn't really have tough lives or hard stories, but I guess I thought that kids were very good to each other, and I think that they're a good example of school of what you want to be like. And I thought that that was shown through the fact that they didn't need to give me any thank you notes or anything like that, but they did. I could actually read you one. It says, "Thank you, Joe." It's backwards on the screen, but one of the guys said, "Dear Joe, thanks for helping us with PE and stamping our dailies. Good luck at college." So I thought that was pretty cool, and I thought that it just goes to show how respectful of the school that was. All right, that is about it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for having me in your class.